Hello, I'm Dr. Brian Willis-Reese. I'm your professor for political science 1101. I'm so glad to have you in the class. I've taught this course a couple of times, but it's been a few years since I've had a chance to jump in on political science. Some of you might have taken my class in sociology. And so if you're here, I welcome you. And this is going to be an excellent experience. And I feel like you can learn so much from the basis of American government. The basis of this course is circled around this idea of having a foundational government and having a reason to set up something that is profound, that could last for generations and for years to come. And so we're going to dig in. We're going to look at this from multiple perspectives. And the best thing about this course is it doesn't matter what your major is or what your interests are, that you can always find something relevant in the study. And it can always help provide foundation for whatever you're doing in your personal life and as well as your business life. So welcome to the class. I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to say this now and I will say it again later. If you haven't been listening to me so far, this is a good time to start listening. If you ask me any questions about the course that I've answered in this video, I will refer you back to this video to watch it. I will not answer you. I will just tell you to go back to week 1 video. So make sure you're listening. If you're one of those type persons that need to take notes, this is the time to pull out a notebook or type some notes in your Microsoft log so that you have something to refer back to. But it is a good time to ensure that you're listening. One more time, you will be referred back to this video if you ask a question that I've answered here. All right, so most important tab in every college class is your syllabus tab. It is already organized for you. Not only can you look at your course syllabus, which you should look at in every single class that you take in college for any reason, but it also provides you with the university's commitments and expectations, your work ethic expectations, the percentage that your assignments weigh, and most importantly, the schedules at the end. So this schedule is the same schedule that I put on the course schedule log, and it's the same schedule that I put on the announcements that come out every other week or so. So this is the way you guide yourself. Let me tell you how you read the syllabus in my class. So let's say, for instance, week 1, we're going to be working on chapter 1 and 2. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind, this is a post-it note. You're only doing the discussions and quizzes from even chapters. So you should not be doing chapter 3 or chapter 5 discussion post or quiz, but you should be doing chapter 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, etc. All right. In chapter 1, 3, 5, 7, etc., on the odd chapters, you're just responsible for reading the chapter and reviewing the instructional materials. There are videos, there are vocabulary explorations, there are readings. It's your responsibility to ensure that you cover the material. Just because I'm not asking for a deliverable doesn't mean you shouldn't look at it. You may ask this important question on a quiz, for instance, on your midterm, which covers the first portion of the course, chapters 1 through 9. Can materials from odd chapters be on the midterm? Absolutely, because you are assigned to read it. But that does not mean that I am trying to make it hard for you. I'm actually trying to accommodate you and work with you, but you got to make sure you read the chapters in the odd chapters, as well as read and do the work in the even chapters. Hopefully that's clear. But everything in the course is game for examination. You will have to study every chapter, but you only have to do the discussions and quizzes from the even chapters. All right, so again, I want to make sure you read these properly. So here are chapter 1 and 2. That's going to be week 1. In chapter 1, you're reading about American government and civic engagement. You're going to do your student introduction post. You're going to read the chapter and review instructional materials. And then you're going to go into chapter 2, the Constitution, and you're going to look at chapter 2 discussion board, get that completed. You're going to reply to one person. I'll say that again. You're going to reply to one person. Will you get full points if you only make a post? Absolutely not. And if the assignment is due on 8/20 by midnight, that means you should be doing your post a little bit earlier than that so that you can do your reply by midnight on 8:20. So I always say the Wednesday or Thursday before it's due is a good time to make your post so that you can do your reply. Don't Everybody doesn't want to do their reply at the last minute because that means you have no one to respond to. So make sure you stay ahead on that. One thing I want you to know, write this down in your notes, however you're keeping notes, is that you are welcome to work ahead in my class. You can work ahead as much as you would like to, but you are not welcomed to do any assignments after I've already put the 0 in. So let me tell you how this works. If it's week 2 and I haven't graded the work from week 2 and it's already now week 3, we've just switched over into week 3 and I haven't graded week 2 work, you can do week 2 work because there's no 0 showing, right? Every week, I'm never going to grade. If it's due on Sunday, I'm not going to grade no earlier than Wednesday or Thursday of the next week. So you have time. So there's no reason to get all nervous. No need to send me an email. Don't blow me up trying to get an extension. If you just need 2 or 3 days, you have it. No need to even ask because I know it takes me a while to get back into that next week of grading it. However, if you wait 2 whole weeks into week 4, and you see that I've already put a 0 in for week 2 assignments, no need to email me. My answer will be no. So you have up until I put the grade in. The caveat is you don't know when I'm going to grade it. But my commitment to you is that I will not grade it within 3 or 4 days of when it's due, to give you a little time. Everybody has a personal life. I understand. I need flexibility. You need flexibility. I'm willing to give that to you. All right. And so after you've done the discussion post and reply, you're also going to do the quiz. All right. Now, I want to say that I've done the syllabus. I've tried to clean the course up, but the courses are generated for us. So let's say you log into the discussion post and it says reply to 3 people. That had nothing to do with me. My instruction to you was to reply to 1 person. Got it? Write that down. All right, let's keep going. The first week that you have an off week is on the week of September the 10th. So that entire week, I'm giving you time to catch up with, previous assignments, get focused, be ready. I've also put into the announcements, and you'll see this pop up that week, that we'll be having a Collaborate Ultra session. So you'll be able to get on Zoom or something similar to Zoom, Blackboard Collaborate. And if you have questions, you can ask me. Or if you just want to introduce yourself, you can do that. But that week will be what we'll call a virtual meeting week, where you can log in at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday and have discussions with me. All right. So the midterm, you see there's an off week before the midterm week, which is the week of October 15th. The reason why the week is open the week before is because if you want to take it early, you can. So if I'm going to allow you to take your midterm the week of October the 8th, as well as October the 15th, just to give you time to get to one of the campuses, since for the midterm, you do have to either download the Respondus app or you have to go to a campus to take the exam. Within that 2-week period, I'm not willing to go beyond that. I think 2 weeks is reasonable for the middle of a course. Let's talk about Respondus lockdown browser. There is some resources around. I put a link in the announcements to try to help you out a little bit, but I will be honest, I do not know a lot about Respondus. I put a YouTube video to give you some instruction, but here's my rule. If you can figure Respondus out, download the software, put it on your computer, and do what you need to do, then you are good to go to take your midterm on your own computer. If you can't figure it out, you need to go to a local campus and take it there. All right. We have, I think, 7 campuses. So you need to pick one and go take your exam with a proctor who can help you out. All right. But, no panicking. Don't send me an email on October 15th panicking at 7 p.m. I need to take my midterm. I only have a few hours. You're right. You only have a few hours. So try to figure out what you need to do, and I think you'll be fine. All right. The same thing will occur on the week of November 5th. I'll be answering questions on Collaborate Ultra. This will be shared between multiple classes. So, hopefully it will allow you into the same link. If not, I'll open up a second link. Just send me an email if you struggle getting into that. All right. And then we will be ending the course soon after that. if you keep going down, you'll see that the course ends on December 5th. So I've opened the final exam. Your final exam will be open for you to start doing it on the week of November 26th, usually 7 days before. So that would be about November 19th, it'll open, November 19th or 20th. So you'll have from November 20th to December 3rd to take your final exam and your comprehensive SLO, right? So again, no panicking on December 3rd, because you're gonna have over 3 weeks to take your final exam. So you don't have to take that final exam or SLO from one of the campuses or the lockdown browser. You can do it from any computer. But again, you'll have 3 weeks to do it. And when the deadline is up, the deadline is up. One important thing you want to know is that the SLO is between chapters 1 through 17, which is basically the whole course. And then the final exam will only be between chapters 10 through 17. Remember, you would have done the quizzes for chapters, even chapters, but you would have done the readings and looked through the material for the odd chapters. So just keep that in mind. All right, that's going to be very important to know. All right, let's keep going. So we talked about the syllabus. I told you that on the syllabus tab, I've already put the schedule, the same schedule from the syllabus. Let's talk about messaging me. All right. So I know you would love to use my West Georgia email, but I would love for you to stay within the Blackboard platform so that I know who you are. I teach multiple classes, so it's very important for me to know exactly which class you're in and which assignment you're talking about. I will request and I will be adamant about you using complete sentences. Let's be formal. You can use Dr. Willis-Reese or Dr. Reese. And then I need to know exactly who you are and what your question is and what your challenges are so that I can address them. All right. So this is where you message me inside of Blackboard where it says messages. This is the only place you should be messaging me so that I can keep up with what you're asking for. All right. I will take attendance weekly based on whether you've turned in your work. So you might want to keep that in mind. And let's talk about the weekly announcements. So every week I've pretty much pre-organized these from the beginning of the course to the end. So let's take a look at some of them so you'll know what I'm talking about. So if you've done this much, you've probably done a good job because you found the introduction video. And so here's my introduction. So if you need information about me, what I do, you'll see information about me posted here. You see the assignments for week 1, which are chapters 1 and 2. And I tell you to review your syllabus and look at the lessons tab and the messages tab. All right. In week 2, it's automatically going to generate for you Sunday morning on the 21st at 8 a.m. And it tells you what we're going to be doing that week. And there's also a video that week that you'll be looking at that tells you what I expect when you write a discussion post in your replies. So what I'm looking for is collegiate writing, right? This is not high school. If you write 2 sentences and you click submit, you're going to get probably like a 20. Right. But if you give it your very best, I always say 3 to 5 good paragraphs are a basic submission. But if you want a grade that is indicative of a college student, then give me college level writing. All right. I highly expect that. But this video will explain what that looks like. Week 3, it's already pre-organized. The information, remember I told you about the week of September 10th, which is on September 6th, that would be the day we actually meet on Collaborate Ultra. The link is already prepared and ready for you. I talk about in week 5, 6, and 7, which will come out on September 11th, what you need to know about the midterm and what assignments are due from chapters 7 through 10. So it's already pre-organized for you, even down to the final week, right? I kind of tell you, thank you so much for being in the course. And I talk about what you need to know in preparation for the final exam. So it's already organized for you. You see, I have a habit of sending them on Sunday morning between 8 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. It's going to automatically generate to your announcements tab. So you will always need to check this tab. Announcements tab is the most important tab in this class outside of the syllabus and the messages tab. All right. So you don't have any major papers in this course this semester. It is really quiz and discussion based. So you should do really well. You just should give your very best and see how you can be successful. There is nothing on the calendar tab. I don't believe in setting up that calendar. If you need to use a calendar, then you need to create a calendar. Simple. I wasn't the type of student that needed that, but I do understand if you need to set your deadlines for yourself, but you're welcome to set those up yourself. All right. We will have a great semester. I hope you are well. Remember, you are only responsible for what is in the syllabus, those assignments that are here. If there are any changes to these, I will post it in the announcements tab. But for the most part, you should do extremely well in the class, and I wish you the best of luck this semester. Take care.